ॐ सशङ्खचक्रं सकिरीटकुण्डलं सपीतवस्त्रं सरसीरुहेक्षणं सहारवक्षस्थलकौस्तुभश्रियं नमामि विष्णुं शिरसा चतुर्भुजम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः लक्ष्मीनारायणभ्यां नमः.
Jai Shri Ram. Dear friends, at the time of Holi or Bhagwa, we always look at the story of Prahalad, Bhakta Prahalad, the young devotee Prahalad. My friends, most of you know this story. It's a very popular story from the Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran. Prahalad was 10 years old. He was a great devotee of Vishnu Bhagavan. Prahalad was introduced to spirituality by Naradji. While he was in his mother's womb, Narad Muni taught him about the Leela, the pastimes of Bhagavan, and introduced Prahalad to spirituality from very tender age, before he came into this world. My friends, please introduce your children to the Katha of Bhagavan. Ramayana, Mahabharata, Purana, Vedas, Upanishads. Introduce them to the Katha, the glories of Bhagavan, the names of Bhagavan, the pastimes of Bhagavan from very tender age, so that you and I can build a good foundation in our children. They will be men and women of tomorrow, and they need spirituality in their lives. So Prahalad was introduced to Dharma, and he developed an intense love in his heart for Bhagavan Vishnu. He would sing the glories of Bhagavan Vishnu constantly. His father, as all of us know, tried many times. He said, Prahalad, I am the only God. You should worship me. So Hiranyakashipu did penance. He acquired power through his penance, and he felt that he was Bhagavan. He wanted everyone to worship him. But Prahalad, as a young child, knew the difference between Bhagavan and his father. He said, my dear father, I can never accept you as Bhagavan. Vishnu Bhagavan is Para Brahma hai. He is the master of the universe. He is the only one that deserves our worship, not you. You are my dear father. I love and respect you, but I can't worship you as Bhagavan. His father became angry. He sent him to Gurukul, sent him to school. And he sent him to this Gurukul ashram where that Shukracharya had, the guru of the Daityas. And they assigned two special pupils of Guru Shukracharya, two of Shishya, to teach Prahalad, to brainwash Prahalad, so to speak. To brainwash him so that he may accept that his father, Hiranyakashipu, is Bhagavan and not Vishnu Bhagavan. But my friends, the names and the leelas of Bhagavan are so powerful. When they're introduced to a child from a tender age, they form this firm foundation in the mind of the child. And nothing can disturb that foundation. No storm can disturb that foundation when there is implicit faith in Bhagavan and Bhagavan's name. Prahalad did not budge. He remained focused that Vishnu Bhagavan is my Bhagavan and I'll worship him. His father couldn't accept that. He tried many, many times to kill Prahalad. This is a father trying to kill his son because his son would not accept him as God or Bhagavan. Prahalad was focused. He was focused on Vishnu Bhagavan. Every time his father tried killing him, and his father tried countless times, took him among wild elephants for elephants to trample and kill him. Prahalad called on Bhagavan, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Bhagavan saved him. He placed him in a pit with poisonous snakes. Prahalad stood there and chanted Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Bhagavan saved him. He took Prahalad up a mountain and threw him down. Prahalad, while he was coming down, while his father pushed him up the hill, he took the name of Bhagavan and he was saved. My friends, this is the power of the name of Bhagavan. It is the most powerful tool you and I have. We have the names of Bhagavan. The names of Bhagavan represent Bhagavan in Bhagavan's absence. When I say in Bhagavan's absence, I mean when we can't see Bhagavan with our physical eyes. Bhagavan is omnipresent. We take the name because the name is filled with the presence of Bhagavan. So when we can't see Bhagavan with our physical eyes, we call upon Bhagavan. We call upon his names. And those names are so powerful, they save us from all difficult situations in life. His father eventually called him one day from Gurukul Ashram, was so angry at him. Prahlad stood before his father. Tell me, Prahlad, what you have learned in Gurukul Ashram. Prahlad said, my dear father, I've learned that there is only one supreme being in this universe who has countless names and forms. But ek hi hai. He is Vishnu Bhagavan. He has countless names and forms. He is worshipped as Ram, as Krishna, as Durga, as Lakshmi, as Saraswati, as Ganesha. All these different names and forms, they represent the one Satya. Ekam Sat Vipra Bahuda Vadanti. The wise call this one truth by many names. His father was so angry at him. His father pulled out his sword as a king stood before Prahlad and asked and spoke to him in classical Sanskrit, Bhavatah Bhagavan Kutra Asti. In Hindi, the meaning of that sentence is, Aapka Bhagavan kahan hai? In English, where is your God? Prahlad ne uttar diya. Prahlad answered his father, Mama Bhagavanah sarvatra asti. Mera Bhagavan sarvatra hai. My Bhagavan is omnipresent. He's here, there, and everywhere. And as the story says, he looked at the wall. A huge pillar was there. And he said, is your God present in this pillar? Prahlad said, haan, mera Bhagavan usme hai. He took his sword and he struck that pillar with all his might. And Prahlad, of course, while all of this was going on, he was chanting the names of Bhagavan. And out of that pillar appeared Vishnu Bhagavan in the form of Narasimha Bhagavan. Boliye Narasimha Bhagavan ki jai. Narasimha Bhagavan appeared. And we all know he destroyed Hiranyakashipu. And Prahlad was saved. Bhagavan Narasimha picked up the little child Prahlad. When I say Narasimha, I mean half man, half lion. Think for a moment. Such a form and a little child went before Bhagavan and prostrated. Prabhu, mere pitaji ko kshama kijiye. He begged Vishnu Bhagavan at the end of it to forgive his dear father for his father's mistakes. My dear friends, when we introduce our children to spirituality, we're building this foundation in them so when they grow up, please note, in their teenager years, they may be distracted. But that's okay. As long as you instill in them dharma from a tender age, they will never forget it. They may be distracted as they become a teenager and early 20s. But later on in life, they'll come back to those teachings, those universal teachings, those dharmic teachings. So we learn from the life of Prahlad, always introduce your children to dharma from a very tender age. And when you introduce them to dharma, you're doing them the greatest favor. You're introducing them to a legacy of love, peace, respect. And these values are universal, my friends. They will take these values. When they practice these values, they'll be good leaders. They'll be humble individuals. They'll be bhaktas of Bhagavan. So in conclusion, a very happy Holi or Bhagavad to you and your family. May Bhagavan continue to bless you and your family. Boliye Narasimha Bhagavan ki jai. Shri Ram. Please join us tomorrow evening from 5 p.m. at the Sankat Mochan Hanuman Mandir. We have a very special Bhagwa Satsang. Hope to see you and your family. Next, we will show you some clips from our Holika Dahan celebration at Sankat Mochan Hanuman Mandir.
श्री भक्त प्रहलादाय नमो नमः दिव्य परिमल गंधम समर्पयामि भक्त प्रहलादाय नमो नमः गंधम समर्पयामि हरि ओम मोलिका देवी नमो नमः ओम चंद्रमा मनसो जातः चक्षो सूर्यो जातमुखारिन्द्रश्चाग्निश्च प्राणाद् वायुर्जातः दिव्य मंगल दीपं दर्शयामि दीपानंतर विरमास्मन्यं समर्पयामि सर्वरक्षां धारयामि बोलिए प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। अग्निदेव का ध्यान। ॐ अग्निमीले पुरोहितं यज्ञस्य देवमृत्तजो होता आरत्नधातमं हरिः ॐ वैश्वानराय विद्महे लालिलाय धीमहि तन्नो प्रचोदयात्। हे अग्निदेव अभिमुखो भव आवाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि। यज्ञनारायण
ॐ नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णु प्रचोदयात्। विष्णोर्नुवन्देर्याणि प्रवोचय्य पार्थिवानि वमे जागंसियो अस्तभाय तत्तर्गं सदस्तं विच